Hey, what's going on, yo? Max here. So in this video, I'm going to be announcing the winner for my very first Unreal Engine short film competition that ended last week. Pretty excited. I received a lot of good submissions, so instead of just going over the winner and showing you the winner, I'll show you some of my favorite submissions. And I'll kind of give you guys some feedback. Take it or leave it.
Emergency system activated.
So that was pretty good. Couple of feedbacks though. This was really good. I mean, obviously there's movements in there, but it's not mocap. He just kind of moved it to transform. He's not animating it, the character. The only issue I had with it was the camera movement was kind of making me dizzy. But overall, it was pretty good. So if I, you go like pulling back, and I think you went like up, which is really cool. This is cool right here. But I think you did it again after this take. You kind of did it again. I mean, it's just small stuff, but overall, it's a pretty nice movie. All right, so here's the next submission that I liked.
This is not the price we agreed on.
I paid 20, and I'll take 10 on credit.
I don't take credit.
I don't have time for this, human. I'm going.
You can't go.
Why not?
You can't go without this.
I'll remember this.
I hope you do. We appreciate your business here at Sandu Station.
All right, so here's this one. A couple of comments. For these shots, I think it would have been cool if you kind of slowed down while be zooming in instead of just kind of like standing still.
I don't have time for this.
Right here. So let's say like these shots, maybe kind of like zoom in ever so little or zoom out. And then for the character right here, same thing, to just kind of make it a little bit more dynamic. But it is pretty cool. And additionally, maybe put subtitles next time, because the audio, I kind of had to turn it up a little bit. I couldn't really understand what they were saying. The voice effects were really cool, and I do like these characters. They're Paragon and absolutely love them. But yeah, this is pretty well done. And then again, for the camera movements, just slow things down a little bit and ease it in and ease it out. So it's not, I know it's only 30 seconds, so you can kind of fit everything in there, but at the same time, make sure you're only adding camera movements where you think you need it. Don't do it in every single take. Like in this situation right here, when the conversation starts to get intense, maybe that's when you should kind of push in a little bit. Like, oh, what's going on? It's just kind of make it interesting. And I do like the little person watching over right here, especially, and I kind of saw that. You were telling your story. You started with a wide shot to kind of begin the story, but as the conversation progresses, you started to get closer to the character because stuff started to get important. I do like that, and that's really the same exact point. But really, just kind of move it forward a little bit or move it back. Like I said in my video, it's all about camera movements and blocking and cinematography and stuff. That's what I really want this short film competition to be focused mainly on. But overall, dude, you did pretty good. Or Dudette, pretty awesome stuff. Really good character, good setting. The environment looks good. And it's not a still because I can see the hair movement and stuff like that. So maybe just add a little bit of camera movements when needed whenever it comes to these close-ups. Okay, let's look at the next one.
The phone hasn't stopped ringing for the past 3 hours. Maybe they know what I've done. But this insanity? I can't live with it any longer. Who are you? And what do you want?
Hi, my name is Jane. I just wanted to let you know that this is the last time we are contacting you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh, thank God.
All right, so I really like this one for a couple of things, because first off, I just changed my phone number to a new number because I was so tired of spam callers, but it's actually a lot worse now. I'm getting a lot more than I did before, so switching from Verizon to T-Mobile was such a bad idea. Anyways, this is a really well-made short here, a really nice entry, and again, these are all my favorites right now, what you're seeing, but even this end screen right here is pretty cool if you look at it. It's a nice outro there. A couple of things, the camera movements were really good, and this intro right here with the text, really amazing stuff as far as the prologue or the introduction. I like that, the tracking and stuff like that.
The phone hasn't stopped
I mean,
ringing
you
for the
got some camera movements in there as well.
past 3 hours.
Got some zoom ins, and again, like I said previously, you kind of just want to do a little bit of camera movements everywhere, which is good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I did like this one. The setting is good. It's dark, it's night, it's raining, the mood's there. Using a metahuman with the hoodie. I mean, this is good stuff. It's pretty. I mean, I had such a hard time picking the winner for this one. I'll tell you that right now. I thought I wasn't gonna have a hard time, but man, it's you guys did really freaking well. All right, and let's look at the next entry.
It's that time again, folks. The magic of motion. All day, every day. See how the other side lives. It's that time again, folks. The magic of motion. All day, every day. See how the other side.
So I really, really like this one as well because it tells you a story through motion. I mean, again, just through movements and stuff like that. And again, I miss watching movies in movie theaters. I used to watch it like every weekend before the pandemic, but now I'm like once a year that I go. So this is really nice. The camera movements I think should have been slowed down a little bit. Because it is a little bit too fast, like right there, and it's kind of taking me into this kind of like a roller coaster ride. But I think if you slowed it down a little bit, as far as the camera movements on these mannequins here, it would just create that creepy, uneasy feeling, but at the same time beautiful. You know, because the cameras were kind of fast. You kind of saw that, right? So if you maybe in this shot right here, you kind of just push in ever so slightly. You know, and again, this is just, you know, me giving my opinion. But overall, the reflection right here is so well done. Absolutely like it. Now, honestly, man, I know you only have like 30 seconds to tell the story, but I think you should continue this piece here. Because I think if you slow things down, I mean, you got something here. You got some fog going on, so you got your cinematography side working, you got your people, you even changed some of the sizes, so you mixed it up a little bit. Maybe added a couple of hair would have been funny, but I don't know what kind of system you got. That would probably be harsh. But I really like this, even in the concession stand with a popcorn and a little kid, man. This is kind of like the stuff that really excites me about Unreal and filmmakers is now it's opening it to everyone. Now with people like you, with your brilliant mind, you're going to create so many great things without necessarily having to need a lot of money. And that's really what excites me about this whole platform of just all these 3D animation tools in our fingertips, because this is such a cool freaking idea, man. I actually really love this, enjoyed it. And again, it's so hard to pick a winner for this, and it's crazy. Even the swipe left there with the camera movement was well done. Really cool stuff. And obviously at the very end, that's a really nice touch. Absolutely beautiful. Good message, amazing execution. But again, just slow down on your camera movements, and I think you're going to do just fine. So what I'm going to look at now is the top two. This is the second best that I picked.
I didn't understand why they chose them and not us. My parents tell me stories of a time when millions of people lived on this planet. A time before the virus mutated. Now there are only a few humans left. But every night when I look at the stars, I think that maybe they are in a new home. A place far away from COVID-25.
All right. This is really good, man. I mean, this is, you pretty much did what I said to do. You know, you had a nice cinematography, you have, you know, lighting, and the story was really good. But just a couple of pointers here. Again, the camera movements was just a little bit too jarring for the story, you know, because you have this really nice soft story to tell, but maybe just slow down the camera
I didn't
movement
understand why they chose them and
a little bit. Like for me, if I would have done it, I would maybe have just this shot right here, and you kind of from afar like this with your depth of field like that, push in, and then you can see just the shadow of that spaceship in front of them. Again, it's just an idea, but overall, I really enjoyed this here. I'm actually curious to know what happens. Like, who are they? Who's leaving? So this is really well done. The story is well made. Something that honestly, it could probably be made into a movie. To be honest, like Hollywood would probably steal his idea from you. But yeah, the just the camera movements and the story, the dialogue, as far as the voiceover and the writing was really well done. Really, really enjoyed it, and I think this was actually my very first submission. Whenever I opened up the thing, and I love that lens flare as well. It's really cool, man. It's like you have the eye for it, and I just my suggestion to you is just keep going because this is good stuff. And good luck in the next short film competition, because you got pretty close. So, yeah, this is it. And then the next one we're going to look at is going to be the big winner. So let's go do that.
Shut up! Keep your mouth shut! It's the cops!
Stand by.
Come on, man! Get cover! Suppressive fire! I got a surprise for these bitches.
All right, so let's talk about why this thing won. All right, so again, this right here is the winner of the short film competition for a couple of reasons. The camera movements and the speed ramping were superb on this one. Additionally, what really made you win this is the audio that plays whenever you go past a character. All right, I don't know if you noticed it for the people watching, but every time you would go past, say this lady, she would be crying, and then, somebody was choking on their blood and stuff. That's freaking brilliant, dude. Absolutely loved it. This is a killer short. 30 seconds, you told a story. I mean, look at just the detail, the amount of work you did on this. So you have this finger right here. Some of that stuff, this took quite a bit. Looking at this, the first glance, you probably won't notice, but once you start playing this back, you're going to start to see how much this person took to make this kind of short here. Because even just placing, even finding the motions to kind of pause them in place, this was tremendous. This is really good. You got that Joker mask here too. I love Batman, so that's definitely a plus. But man, that's why I had to ask you all those questions. I had to make sure that, you didn't get help from studios to do this. But this is my favorite shot.
Come on, man!
That's cool, man. And what I'm probably going to do is I want to kind of find time probably to have you on the channel and just kind of discuss how this was made, because I want people to really see this, for somebody who just started Unreal Engine, this is pretty darn good. You know what I mean? Obviously, with better graphics cards and hardware, you can even crank these settings up. Even this muzzle flash right here with the rifle ammo right here, that is incredible, man. That looks pretty good. And again, not sure. I don't know if this is like an asset you got online, but that looks incredible. I'm guessing you got majority of these from like animation packs you can just download. You even have this shattered glass, man. That is bananas. Got the bullet holes as well. Yeah, this probably took quite an amount of time. And I didn't even see the blood. I guess you have blood paused as well. Crazy. Congratulations, you're the winner. The very first short film competition for JSFILMZ. This is well freaking done. Pretty cool. And again, this, I didn't think it was gonna be such a hard decision to make, but man, y'all, for just beginners, y'all really have, everybody that I showed in this video today have eyes for making movies. you have it. You have what it takes. You just got to keep practicing and just keep learning and keep doing it. There were a couple of more submissions that I'd like, but some of them are like a minute long, man. It's like, wait, it's only 30 seconds, but you know, it's a minute long. I got to stick to my rules. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing another one and probably even more. And like I said, I'm gonna start with, you know, a small GPU, like a 1660, and then move on to a 2060, and then move on to a 3060. I mean, whenever the GPU crisis kind of calms down and I can start getting a hold of these GPUs, we're going to be doing a lot more short film competition, so I can kind of help out some people out there in the community as far as getting some hardware. So yeah, Justin, go ahead and wait for my email. I'll be messaging you and getting your info. And that's it for this video. Thank you all for everybody who participated. And stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed so you know when the next one's going to be.